Μακάριος ανήρος σου και πορεύθη εν βουλίας εγώ και εν οδό αμαρτωλών και έστι και επί καθέδρα λιμόνου και κάθισε.
The first 40 days after death are very, very important. For the first few days, depending on the individual, the soul, having been separated from the body, that's what death is given relative freedom to roam upon the earth and to visit people and places that were near and dear to it. There's many stories about this in patristic literature. But after so many days, the guardian angel of that person takes the person's soul and begins to ascend towards Christ to be judged, to receive its partial judgment. We'll hear more about what that is in a second. And during these 40 days after death, the soul begins to rise, begins to ascend into the air. And it encounters, for these next 40 days, it encounters groups of demons who will accuse that person of particular sins. They will say things like, you committed the sin of judging at this time, at this place, with this person, down to the nitty-gritty detail. Then it'll move on to another group, and another group of demons will accuse the person of another sin, and another sin, and another sin, etc. And so these sort of stations, so to speak, in the air, in which the demons accuse the person of particular sins. Meanwhile, the person's guardian angel, who is there with the soul, defends this person, saying, okay, well, they may have committed X, Y, and Z sin, but they repented of those sins. They confessed them in confession. They received Holy Communion. They received absolution, etc., etc. Or they did certain, virtuous things in their life, like they practiced patience when they were suffering an illness, or they exercised humility and obedience to their spiritual father or to governmental rulers, or to someone who persecuted them. They showed great forbearance and love and forgave their enemies, and they performed hours of prayer, and they fasted greatly in the world, and they did all these virtuous deeds. So there's this kind of spiritual court, or a spiritual war, if you will, taking place during these 40 days. And so the demons and angels keep going back and forth over the sins and the virtues that this person did in this life. And it's not until the 40th day that the person then stands before Christ in judgment, and Christ gives the final verdict, as it were. Heaven or hell. You're saved, you're damned. And the person then begins to experience a foretaste of heaven or hell.